Hello, Soldierboy here, and welcome to a video that isn't quite a schedule. Now, as most of you are aware, it's Christmas coming up this coming week, and the school holidays are here, so it does mean our streaming is massively affected. The school holidays last for about roughly 2.5 weeks, I think it is. But yeah, swing to another half, and looking at next week, Christmas being Thursday, I've got a packed week full of family stuff, as you'd expect, so we're not going to be able to stream this week, which I kind of knew was going to happen, but didn't really want to do it. But looking ahead as well, New Year's Eve, I am considering streaming New Year's Eve. We've done it previously. I just don't know how the drowsiness is going to affect me that late in the evening. So I'm not going to guarantee it an evening stream New Year's Eve, but I'm thinking about it. It's just going to depend how we are doing at that point. Now, there's been a big discussion in the previous week that we had to cancel a stream because I had a really bad night. And when I say a really bad night, I'm talking 2 hours, 3 hours sleep max. I'm very interrupted and broken even in that period. And I was just falling asleep in the morning. So there was no point streaming when I'm like that. But a conversation was had, or several conversations have been had since on the comments and on private messages and stuff for that about whether I should have just pushed through. Now, generally, as most of you are aware, I do push through. You guys don't know some of the pain and stuff we're dealing with in that moment when we stream. I try and hide it as much as I can. When I can't even keep my eyes open, there is a limit to what I can do. Now, I kind of understand pushing through, and I kind of think in some degrees it's right and we should. And then part of me thinks, but I just want to sleep. So I think we're going to do a vote. And it's kind of a tough one because you guys make the majority of decisions, and that's perfect. But this concerns me more than anything else. And a lot of my replies during that day were me still being quite groggy and just, yeah, okay. But I think we do need to have a discussion about it or a vote of some sort. I'm just not sure how we're going to word it. And it's going to be about, if I have 2-3 hours sleep and I'm half asleep in the morning, do we stream anyway? But there is a big chance that I fall asleep on stream. Now, I'm not going to fall asleep for the whole stream. I'll probably wake up after like 10 minutes and be okay again. And we have come close to that several times. I've had to stop a stream an hour and a half in because I don't know what's happening. And I think that's the worst part, is not remembering what we've done if I do fall asleep. And it's one of those things I always thought was really bad to do. But some people have said, actually, it's not a bad thing. It'll be okay. So we are going to have a vote in the next week or two about what we're going to do about that and whether we should just push through. And if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. And as I say, it won't be the whole stream. If I fall asleep, it will literally be 5-10 minutes, if that. I know when I'm getting to that point from watching stuff back, because I'm not aware of it myself when it happens. So when I've watched stuff back, and I come across quite drunk in my wording, and I do start slowing my words and things like that. Obviously not drunk, just very sleep deprived. But yeah, I live on normally 4 or 5 hours sleep generally. Which isn't helping, but I can't do anything about that at the minute. It's one of those. But yeah, so that's kind of my thinking. I'm hoping to get a Christmas video out again. As we've done it every year. We always Christmas Day have a small video. I'm hoping to have one again this year. I just need to sort the time to do it when no one else is around. But yeah, so no schedule this week, no stream, no episodes. I've not managed to get anything done because I've just been asleep most of the time. I'm really hoping next year changes things. And we're less in this position, less drowsy, and more with things next year. But it's one of those. It's very frustrating. I'm getting fed up of it, and it's just I don't know. But yeah, a massive thank you guys for this past week. It's been a good week. Ghost of Yotai, thoroughly enjoying it. Roadcraft, there's been an announcement, or it's been said Roadcraft is going to have more stuff added to it. I think March is the general gist of when the next DLC is releasing. We do need to have a vote for next main live stream game at some point as well, because once we finish Roadcraft on the final DLC map now, or Ghost of Yotai, whichever one comes first, we need something to move on to. So we do need to have a discussion about that at some point, and probably over the Christmas period is probably the best time. And it would kind of keep the channel moving because we're not going to be streaming as much, having these votes, because it's kind of help the channel as well. So I think we're going to have that coming up. So any suggestions for what you want on that vote, please let me know. We have a long list as it is, but I'm always happy to add to it. We try and make the vote as diverse as we can. Annoyingly, YouTube have reduced how many choices you have now on a vote. It used to be 6, it's now 4, which doesn't really help things. So it will have to be a smaller vote, which we've been dealing with a little while now. But I just don't know what we're going to do in that vote just yet. There's also DLC released yesterday, I think it was, for Avatar, which coincides with the new film, I believe. We need to decide whether we're doing that or not as well. Loads of things. Yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, a massive thank you, guys. You guys have been incredible this past year. I know it's been tough in terms of we've not been as consistent as we have been previous years, as was shown in the 5-year update in terms of how many videos we got out compared to last year and things like that. It's been a really bad one in that regard. Streaming's been roughly average in terms of how many we've done. But yeah, hopefully next year we can do a lot more and we can try and get on top of some of these issues we're having. That's the hope anyway. But if we don't see you again before Christmas, I hope everyone has a fantastic holiday period. As I say, I'm going to try and get a Christmas video out on Christmas Day. And yeah, as far as schedule goes, there's nothing coming up, which is really annoying and frustrating. I was hoping to get some episode content done. It's just not happened. Yeah. I'm blabbering. I know I am. A massive thank you guys. You guys have been incredible. Not just this past week, but this whole entire year. And you know, I owe everything to you guys. So yeah, look out for the votes coming up on the channel in terms of the drowsiness vote and streaming, and also next main live stream game as well to start when we finish Roadcraft or Ghost Yotai. Other than that, massive thank you. Hope you all enjoy your holiday period, and we'll see you in a live stream very soon.